Greetings and welcome to Going Underground, an online video supplement to the Missouri State University Underground student newspaper. Today we'll be talking to record producer and Springfield, Missouri resident Brandon Mashburn. A self-taught musician, Mashburn has been a creative influence behind such bands as Breaking Benjamin, Shinedown, DC Talk, and Papa Roach. Here we join underground reporter Mike Donnelly talking with Mashburn in his home recording studio.
When I started learning how to play piano, I play all by ear. I've never taken lessons or anything. When I was 15, I actually started taking auditions for professional gigs. I worked with a while for a band called Johnny Key Public that was a pretty good-sized Christian band in the 90s. And from there, yeah, I started working for Down Home Productions when I was about 17. And then I went out with Hitting the Blowfish. I was out with Matchbox 20, DC Talk, Jennifer Knapp, big arena tours, things like that. And I was engineering. I was doing live engineering.
Oh, nice, nice.
Well, the recording thing was actually an accident. I was touring with a band in Nashville. We were on EMI called Starland. I was playing bass for them. And when I was living in Nashville and I wasn't on the road, I was actually going home and working with other producers, writing songs just to keep money coming in. And just kind of fell in love with it. I never thought I would do it. I never wanted to really do it. I just kind of fell in love with the process once I saw it.
And also, I guess, did you have any formal schooling in like production work or like any of these audio equipment, or just all experience?
No, just I hate to publicly admit it, but I just got some cracked software like 5 years ago and just sat down with it and learned everything I could about it. That's pretty much how I learned, trial and error.
Oh wow.
Here recently, Tom's been a pretty big help. Tom was a well-known engineer producer in LA during the Top Gun era. He worked with Sheryl Crow, Rick Springfield, a lot of big LA up-and-comers. So he engineered Scarface, the movie Scarface.
No way.
They did a lot of movie work. So he was a good resource for me to learn about engineering from.
Okay, cool. And so I was reading your MySpace profile again, and I saw you worked with a lot of big names, like, for instance, Breaking Benjamin, Matchbox 20, Papa Roach, Jason Mraz. I mean, tell me how you hooked up some of those guys.
That was actually through some intern work. A producer that I interned under for about 5 or 6 months turned me on to a couple other producers, and then it just became like assistant work. Like the Matchbox 20, the guitar player, John. I worked with him in Orlando for a while. He actually has a studio and a record label down in Orlando. So I got to go down there. Long story short, it's kind of where I also met my current management now, because they were all from the same area and knew everybody. Breaking Benjamin was actually kind of another one of those dumb-luck things. David Bendon, this guy produced their stuff. He worked with a friend of mine in Kansas City. It's just kind of a network sort of deal, where they were working on a project, and I walked in the room, and I was always eager. I never gave up. I was always making phone calls saying, "Hey, can I sit in on this? Can I sit in on that? Can I intern here? Can I do this?" And the people were always really cool. I had a lot of lucky breaks with people setting me up early in life, letting me be a part of things, and it kind of grew to where I am now. One Golden Globe and an Academy Award. For Top Gun soundtrack. He wrote "Take My Breath Away" and "Danger Zone" and I think he had 3 other songs on that soundtrack.
Oh, wow, how'd you hook up with him?
I was actually home on break from tour, and we had a week off in LA, so I flew home to see my family because I'm from here. And I walked into a studio that he was doing a session in. And my friend owns a studio, and they introduced me. And he said, "I'm a songwriter in the area." And I said, "Oh, I was trying to do some writing in Nashville." And he was really open. He said, "Send me some stuff. I'd like to hear it." I sent him some material, and he called me back almost immediately.
Oh, wow.
Said, let's start writing together. And so I started writing with him. And I play all the instruments. I play drums, bass, guitar, piano, all at a professional level. So I would write the song with him, and then he would send me into the studio, and I'd play all the instruments and produce. And so it grew from that to other bands hearing about what I was doing and calling me saying, "Hey, can you help me with my project, with this project?" So I got with Tom and said, "Bands are calling me now, so why don't we set up a studio type situation and start bringing the business in," and which is how we ended up kind of working.
Yeah.
Nashville. They started in Branson. Landon was the singer was the star in a show called The Promise in Branson at Mansion America Theater, a Broadway production. And the drummer was running monitors. And they kind of met and found that Coldplay, The Fray, King sort of common ground and started writing. And I actually came in the picture because I wanted to produce the band. I was a young producer and liked the sound. And I said, well, we kind of need a bass player. So the first time I ever played bass with a band was to audition for those guys. And it just clicked immediately. A year and a half later, we were in Nashville and working out a development deal with EMI. It's great. We've got 6 songs done, and they're getting mixed right now, and it's all great. It's really good. It's probably it's without a doubt the strongest material yet. It's going to be great, and I think we're trying to get a release sometime this year.
Okay, and do they come down here to Springfield to record? Or?
Yeah, they spent most of last June and some of July with me, and so we got the 6 songs recorded. I've been producing, and now we're mixing, and then we'll come back and we'll do some more work and finish up the album. They're putting their label deal in place right now. That's why we haven't got too deep. But they're working their record contract out. And then when that's finalized, they come back in and finish the record. Yeah, I'm actually in the studio with a band right now from Switzerland. Their name is Tempesta, and the guys have been here for about a week or week and a half, and they're going to be here until the 22nd. And they're successful in Switzerland and getting ready to break really big here in America also. They've got their team together for this place, so we're recording another full length right now, and you should see that out summer, next fall, somewhere in there. They're going to make a strong push in America, and they'll do really well. The former drummer and guitar player for Evanescence, Johnny Rocky, have a band with Phil Taylor from Future Leaders of the World called Machina, and they're going to come up and right after Tempesta actually, and cut a couple of tracks for hopefully for their new project. I also have Future Leaders of the World coming in. I think 3 or 4 years ago they had a really good single out called Let Me Out, which charted #3 active rock. So it was massively successful, did well, and he's back and making another push at it. It's going to be great too.
Do you work with a lot of local artists?
I don't work with a lot of local artists. I haven't in the past anyways. I'm looking forward to doing that in the next year or so. There've just been, my management company keeps me really busy with regional and national work and international work. I just haven't had time to fit a lot of it in. I did finish up an EP for a band called Assembly Line Gods, which are from here. A great EP. They've got something really good going there. And then another artist named Andrew Manzardo. I did a 10-song album for him last summer, and we're getting ready to start a second album now. And but really, that's about all I've done as of yet.